Luxury travel destinations, where the elite escape. There is a large disparity in the cost of living around the globe, which is typically quantified using either the cost of living or the cost of living index. The amount of money required to maintain a comfortable level of life, encompassing expenses such as housing, food, transportation, and healthcare, is referred to as a country's cost of living or simply cost of living. With a monthly cost of living of $35.85, Monaco is the most expensive country in the world in which to reside. In addition to the United States, the Cayman Islands, Switzerland, and Singapore are also examples of countries that have a high cost of living. The average monthly cost of living in each of these countries is above $2,000. Number 10. Japan. With an annual cost of living average that is higher than $40,000, Japan is the most expensive country in the world for expatriates to call home. The economy of this nation is second only to that of the United States, and it is consistently ranked among the world's largest economies. With a cost of living index of 106.3, Tokyo is one of the most costly cities in the country, in comparison to other large cities such as Paris, which have a cost of living index of 100. Number 9. New Zealand. The most costly nation is New Zealand, which is located in Oceania. This is due to several factors, one of which is the currency used. There are various causes for this. Since 1985, the New Zealand dollar has maintained a fixed exchange rate of parity with the United States dollar. This implies that if you want to buy something in New Zealand, you will need to spend more than $1 in US currency for every one New Zealand dollar. Number 8. Switzerland. Switzerland is well known for its high level of living, outstanding education and healthcare systems, as well as its gorgeous environment. The average wealth of a Swiss adult is higher than any other adult everywhere in the globe. Because this nation has historically served as a tax haven for high net worth individuals, it now holds the distinction of having one of the lowest tax rates in all of Europe. Number 7. Israel. The most populous of the Israeli-occupied areas is the nation-state that is located in the Middle East and goes by the name Israel. The name of the nation comes from the fact that it is situated at a point where the Atlantic Ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, and the North American continent all meet. Israel became an independent state in 1948 and was ordered by the United Nations to establish a monarchy shortly after the conclusion of World War II. Since that time, Israel has functioned as a monarchy. Israel is often cited as one of the most photographed countries in the world due to its diverse landscapes and historical sites, such as the winding alleyways of Jerusalem and the Negev Desert. It should come as no surprise that this city also has a high cost of living associated with it. The cost of tourism in Israel is quite high as a result of sky-high accommodation costs, rip-off taxi services, and extremely expensive eateries. Number 6. Luxembourg. The little country of Luxembourg may be found in Europe, sandwiched between France and Germany. CNN has ranked it as the country with the highest cost of living in the world, and it is the location of the headquarters of the European Union. It also has a high cost of living as well as a high standard of living, but other than that, there is not a whole lot more about it that is particularly exceptional or unusual. Its banking industry is one of the largest in Europe, and its central bank possesses more gold than any other organization on the planet, and they are not afraid to use it. Direct flights between Luxembourg City Airport and New York City are offered by the national airline, which is owned by the government. The cost of this service is approximately $350 per person for a round journey. Number 5. Hong Kong. The cost of living in Hong Kong is higher than the cost of living in any other city that is included on this list, making it the most expensive city in the world. As you can see from these statistics, not only is the cost of living extremely high in Hong Kong, but it is also quite difficult to make a living there. In 2017, the average monthly household spending per person was USD $38.56, which is equivalent to approximately 13 million HKD. This indicates that if you were to live here full-time, you would require a monthly income of USD $38.56 to take care of your responsibilities, such as paying your bills and providing food for yourself or your family. If your family makes less than USD $400,000 annually, then they won't be able to afford the rent alone without living at home elsewhere, which defeats the purpose since there aren't many places where one can comfortably afford such high prices without also having other financial resources available such as savings accounts, for example. The average monthly rent is 1/2 times the median household income. Number 4. Singapore. The cost of living in Singapore is consistently ranked among the highest worldwide. It is a small island nation in Southeast Asia that may be found near the tip of the Malay Peninsula's southernmost point. Around 5 million people living in Singapore speak English as their first language and Mandarin Chinese as their second language. Mandarin Chinese is the official language of Singapore. Since gaining its independence from Malaysia in 1965, the economy of this country has been expanding consistently, which has contributed to it becoming one of the wealthiest nations in Asia by the year 2010. Number 3. The country of Iceland. The island nation of Iceland can be found in northern Europe. It is situated between the Arctic Ocean and the North Atlantic Ocean, and it has a population of 338,000 people. The highest point in Iceland is Fannadalsjökull, which stands at 2110 meters, 6923 feet above sea level. Iceland is the largest island in Europe. One of the first things to come to mind for many when thinking about Iceland apart from fire and ice is how expensive it is. But is it that expensive compared to other nations? Well, yes, it is relatively expensive, but maybe the thing to look at here is that it is not the most expensive country in the world. An average trip to Iceland will cost you between $100 and $200 a day. So for a week-long holiday, you can expect to spend between $700 and $1,400. Number 2. Australia. The cost of living in Australia is consistently ranked among the highest worldwide. It is also an extremely expensive country to visit, as well as to live in for those who choose to make it their permanent home. Living costs in Australia are consistently ranked among the highest in the world. There are many magnificent natural beauties in Australia, such as Rocky Mountains and lovely beaches. Yet, there are also some undesirable features of Australian cultures, such as high taxation, which have an impact on day-to-day life in this country. The government of Australia wants you to know that they care about you so much that they will tax your income each year, regardless of whether or not you make any money at all. They want to show you how much they value you. Number 1. Denmark. Denmark is not just the most expensive place to live in Europe, but also one of the most expensive places to live on the entire planet. On occasion, it has been observed that the Danes spend more than $1,000 a month on rent alone. The cost of living in Denmark is significantly greater than the cost of living in any other country that is included on this list. If you live there full-time, you could anticipate that your monthly expenses would be somewhere in the range of $4,000 to $5,000 if you earn the average pay of $51,000 per year, which is more than the average salary of $48,000 earned by an American. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.